the director was like, okay, when I say action, everybody skank. I go, what the fuck is skanking?
So day one at the studio is always like a lot of like, getting settled, making sure the sounds are good, and just going through some last minute pre-production. So we had the songs pretty close to done, but there's always stuff that comes up in the studio.
See, every time I see it, I think it's the top of a laundry basket.
Yesterday we were just trying to get through as much as we could.
I think there's like 2 or 3 songs that we wanted to try to track, but we wanted to focus these on 2.
I just have to feel it out. Okay. See how I'm. Alright. When the bass comes in,
We got the drum tracks done for the 2 tracks. Tucker is a beast, killed it.
He ended up tracking both songs, and he got 2 killer drum takes done by the time we left last night.
Is it messy in a neat way?
The first song we worked on yesterday was tentatively called Old Wounds, and it's sort of more of a ballady kind of song.
Most of the songs that LS Dunes have worked on and have out are pretty heavy, but this song just has a different feel to it. It's like a little bit more atmospheric than the stuff that we usually do.
And it literally came about because Travis, our guitar player, just had this riff that I'd been kicking around, and we sent a bunch of songs to Anthony, and that's one of the songs he decided to sing over. So it was just he and guitar, and we added some instrumentation around it, and it turned out to be super cool.
For LS Dunes, we're very much, I like to call it throwing paint at the wall. We tend to just all have ideas constantly that we throw at each other. I had an old riff and I kind of just was messing with it one night and kind of woke up, listened to what I did and was like, you know what, I want to see this through. So I recorded that riff and sent it to everybody. And everybody started adding stuff, and Anthony just happened to drift to that song.
I was sitting in my computer and I was listening to all the demos that we had, and they're all like these like punk, like driving, like heavy. And then I hear this song that's just one kind of simple guitar thing going. It's very mellow and it's very dark, and then has this chorus on it, or the second part, that is very uplifting.
We start with the first verse.
And it's been changing too as we've been in here and as we've been working on it. And yesterday, kind of hearing it with big guitars and all of the ideas that Frank and Travis had, it's evolving. There's growth in it from the stuff that we've done before.
I know it definitely smells like it's on fire.
Like I can't meet Marcy either. I can't. Like those 2 people.
And now we're here on day 2. I just wrapped up bass, and and Travis is tracking right now, so we're moving right along.
I got this beautiful 59 Fender combo, like mini tweed amplifier, and it's the first time ever using it in the studio. And I really, really was excited with how that turned out and what tone that had. The other song was a bunch of riffs that Frank sent.
Maybe we can see what else.
I'd gotten this guitar from Ben Wasserman out in Israel, and that was the first song that came out of that guitar.
Something like that.
He sent out the riff. I immediately knew what I was gonna play. It's just one of those songs where it's like, you know what to do. You know what I mean? You serve it.
And we all drifted to it, and that goes back to the whole pain at the wall kind of thing that I love about this band. Is like, he threw that stuff at us and we were all like, okay, let's take it to the next step.
We were
all separate. We all kind of went in our own little studios at home and kind of put this song together to bring out here. So that wasn't done together. But as soon, night one, after the first day of recording, that's when we get together and just make it Dunes.
I for some reason love the idea of switching so that riff, all of us do that shit.
Yeah, I think having your guitar and Frank's guitar match
Yeah.
at the end makes more sense. And
Yeah.
if we do it that way, we should just switch the two progressions.
Yeah.
There was one part in this song, Horse Meat or Benadryl Subreddit or whatever it's gonna be called, but it was not in the original. We had this little breakdown in the middle of it, and Frank and Travis the other day in the house before we got over here just kind of like were working on their guitar parts and wrote a new part, and it just changed the tone for the rest of the song.
Kind of just grabbed a couple guitars and I don't know, I was kind of going through what I think of as the chorus, but I guess it's also like a verse. I don't know, it's weird. I started to play a different, I kind of flopped the progression around and I started to create this ending. And then Travis came up with this riff and I was like, oh man, if we like tremolo pick it, it gets a little bit more like Emperor. And so when the middle happens of the song, this middle 8, or actually it might be even a little bit more, but like whatever that bridge is, it kind of sends the song on its head a little bit, and then that new progression comes in for like the ending.
Travis links up to that when he follows
Those are like fun little tweaks when you're in the studio. You don't really hear it, off the bat, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait a minute, I have an idea, and everything starts to switch and like all change.
Alex got me this tone for like this bridge that to me it was like a heavy metal Dick Dale part is what I was aiming for, and he found the perfect sound, and we wound up using it a couple of times. But recording that song right in the kitchen at Rancho, there's this signed picture of Dick Dale, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do this for Dick.
Being in there when Travis was tracking his part and hearing that come together, the spontaneity of things and just being able to, that instant gratification, right? Of just like hearing a part, it wasn't there, now it's here, and it all comes together. That was an awesome moment.
We were like kind of adding things as we went, and everybody was trying, new ideas, taking the approach a different way. Frank is so great, to have around because he's also a singer.
Does that make sense?
And he's an incredible musician through and through, but he has really cool ideas and hears things, differently in that way.
Yes, but he really is my favorite. But don't tell
He had this one thing. It was a harmony at the end of a phrase on just the last word. And it's like so Blue Oyster cold. It's so sick. That's what's cool about having a band full of people that are like really supportive, but also, won't be afraid to come up with suggestion if they want to hear something.